Hi guys, welcome back for another Mad Max Monday. I'm Rob, and today we're going to have a play around with this Roller-Matics. It's a number 16 Badger. To be honest, it's not really my kind of vibe, this car. Made in 1973, so you know it's getting on now. What's it, 45, 46 years old? Like I say, it's not really my kind of vibe, this car. Don't really have too much interest in this style, but at the same time, post-apocalyptic, you know, whether there's aliens, whether there's zombies, in my Mad Max world, there could be anything. This is the kind of car I think that I would actually like to have. Yeah, I'm going to rule the world with this one. So it's got 4 rivets on the bottom. I'm going to drill down the centre of each. I'm going to remove the flange from each, and I'm going to tap all 4 holes, of course using my very handy vise. So rolls in nicely on its back. Now, like I say, I've pre-drilled this one. The kind of wheel axles there just sit within this plastic part that's put onto the base here. So I'll just gently place that to one side, and then this is what we're working with. Not too sure what this brown substance is. Yeah, I really hope it's not poop. You can see the mechanism inside there, the Roller-Matics part. Not too sure what would have been on the top of this. To be honest, I didn't do any research. My guess is that this is some kind of, is it a fire engine type thing? Probably would have had a fire hose on the top of there, I guess. But like I say, it's certainly not going to be a fire hose going forward. But that is broken underneath there, so I was keeping my fingers crossed that the broken part was still inside. Now the base here, for whatever reason, I think it's because I didn't take down the flange enough on one of the rivets there on the front. It was just, you know, it wouldn't allow me to take it off. Some of that brown substance still around the back. But yeah, I shall continue to struggle here. Doesn't always run smooth, these builds. So anyway, let's cut, and voila. As if by magic. Probably 2 seconds after it did actually pop off, but there we go. So yeah, there's the base. Put that to one side, and here's the little turny roundy thing, which I believe is the correct name. And as you can see in there, thankfully, thumbs up from me. I can glue that back together and get this turning again. Here's the windshield. It won't be used in this car, but that will go into my little parts bin. And here's the remainder of the casting. Now I won't be removing this paint. I'll be keeping the red colour, and then I just like to add on top of that. You know, I see a lot of the guys on YouTube that prefer to remove all the paint and then build it up from there, but I like to just add to the existing. So whilst I have a nice cup of tea there and mull over, you know, what kind of direction I'm going to go in, but here's the turny roundy bit fixed with a little bit of glue, and then I've moved on then to caging out the windows. I use some mosquito net in here, bit of super glue, relatively easy to install, and I think looks very good. Now, using my fake Dremel, I've gone over it with this particular bit, which is like a rounded bit, so it wasn't really aggressive compared to the previous car that I'd done, and this is the bit that I used on the previous one, which seemed to kind of almost leave all squirrely lines all over it. This one certainly much more control, and I prefer certainly the finish here than what I achieved. So I'm just going to cover this in this Citadel, just so I really know where I'm going to kind of go with this car. And seemingly I've lost a bit of footage because I've added a few details around the car here, not too many, but once that Citadel was dried, put the original wheels back on the back, but I've put on the Kyamsil front wheels, front axle, and the kind of, you know, that spiky bits. So looking through the rest of my Kyamsil design goodies here, of course this thing needs a gun, and I'm going to place it like a turret on the top so that this roller-matics will turn around this vehicle, and as you can see here, it does work, honestly. Actually, with it beside me now everything's kind of together. Now everything is kind of lubricated the wheels, the axles, etc. It really does turn around nicely. So yeah, quite happy with that. So just as a reminder of the company here, Kyamsil Designs, you got the bits and pieces there. I'll put it in the description as well. But if you use Matchbox Garage, you'll get 10% off of your order. Now I've bought this box of skulls here. I shall link the channel that I kind of found this details on. I can't remember to hand, but I will find it and I'll add to the description. I had this box of skulls and I thought, well, this would be absolutely perfect for this Mad Max series that I do, and it was about £15 delivered. You can get them on Amazon or eBay. So anyone else that's doing these kind of cars, I think this is, you know, a must-have, really. Part of the Warhammer games, I think it was. But yeah, pretty cool. I've got some of this chain as well. Yeah, obviously this would kind of resemble some chain holding on some bits. Actually, I didn't get to use it on this car this time, but this will be used to hold on various bits and pieces, maybe a barrel on the back of a car in future. So you'll see there on the wheels, I've added some styrene, covered it in black paint, and then tried and attempted to put in some like fake rivets there. Not the greatest, but yeah, you know, you kind of get the gist. Got one of these little tattoo packs, and I fancied putting one on there anyway. But yeah, let's fast forward to the final. I quite like this one. You see, you got the skull on the front there. I've added some further Citadel to that machine gun on the top. Some weathering powders throughout to mimic some rust. You can clearly see the kind of red paint beneath. A couple of spikes on the back there. A couple of skulls on the top there, you know. Some heads have been severed. I kind of highlighted some of the detail in the side. You know, I still want to keep the likes of, looks like there's a couple of axes on the side and the steps and some other bits, but yeah, it's quite a cool one actually. Quite like this one. So I want to take this opportunity to thank my Patreons, Wheels and Things, Bearded Outcast, Nick's Toy Garage, Mark Dandridge, Rick Bryan and El Queso. And obviously thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you'll stick around for the next one.